Sports Predisposition by Varun Kolachina, Om Penniker, Krishna Mankusani, and Dax Goyal from period 2-3.
Okay, so the company that we are researching is called Genomic Express. It was founded in 2006 and it's a company that is committed to molecular genetic testing, and it has certified labs that specialize in genetics. Test results are private and confidential.
So now let's talk about the genes and chromosomes. Two genes that affect athletic performance are the ACTN3 gene and the ACE gene. So first let's talk about ACTN3. This gene has a variant known as R577X and is different because of a missense mutation. And this variant, which is represented by the X allele, produces the alpha-actinin 3 protein, which is found in muscle fibers, while the non-mutated gene, so the one that does not have the missense mutation, is represented by the R allele and does not produce the alpha-actinin 3 protein. So if someone has two of the non-mutated genes, so that means that they have an RR genotype, then they do not produce the alpha-actinin 3 protein. And that means that they are an endurance type. And on the other hand, if they have two of the mutated genes, so if they have an XX genotype, then they produce the alpha-actinin 3 protein, and they are a power type. And then we find an example of incomplete dominant here, because if someone has an R allele and an X allele, so if they have an RX genotype, then they are a mix of both endurance and power. So they fall right in the middle. So now let's talk about the ACE gene. And this gene codes for a protein called angiotensin converting enzyme, which abbreviates to ACE, and we'll just call it the ACE protein. So there are two versions of this gene, and they're different because one has an insertion mutation and the other has a deletion mutation. But what's kind of unusual about these mutations is that they're not found in the part that's coded for, but instead they're found in the introns. So that means that the level of their expression is different. And so the I allele codes for more of the ACE protein, and the D allele codes for less of the ACE protein. So if someone has an II genotype, so if both of their genes are the I allele, then they have a high endurance level, while if their genotype is DD, then they have a low endurance level. And once again, we find an example of incomplete dominance, because if they have an ID genotype, then they fall in the middle and they have a medium endurance type. So here we have some images of the locations of both of the genes and their respective chromosomes. So let's look at ACTN3 first, which can be found in figure 3A. So as you can see, it's on chromosome 11, and it's on the Q arm, so that means it's on the long arm, and it's in position 13.2, and it's marked by the red oval. So then let's go down to 3B, where we find the ACE gene, which is on the 17th chromosome, and is also on the Q arm in position 23.3, also marked by the red oval.
Target audience. The audience that we're targeting is going to be athletes who are looking to pursue a sport such as soccer, basketball, or any other physical activity. Also, athletes who want to identify and work on the weaker aspects of their game, such as if they're not fast enough or not strong enough. The purpose of this service would be to explain how the genes would affect your
Sports Predisposition, presented to you by Genomic Express. The ACE and ACTN3 genes are the two main genes that control athletic performance. These genes determine your athletic ability. Knowing where you will have an advantage can help you choose what sport to pursue and can show you what to focus on. We offer two different tests, the ACT-N3 test and the ACE test. The ACT-N3 test lets you know if your strength is power or endurance. This can tell you what you should work on. The ACE test measures your level of endurance so that you are able to see where you are at and work on your endurance. Prices start at $99. Order both tests and receive 30% off.
So I will be talking about the procedure of the test that the company offers. So the first step is to order the test online and then receive the kit sent by the company. In that kit, you'll find a cotton swab that you'll place it inside your mouth and run it around to collect some saliva, shown in figure 5 on the right. Next, you'll return the test to the lab, and the lab will run some genetic tests to see what genotype the person has. Say you ordered the ACE test, for example, you'll get one of the three genotypes listed below. And then after that, the last step of this process is to receive the results back by email in 3 to 7 business days. The results will summarize the scientific research that has been established and explain how your genotype affects your performance in a variety of different sports.
When it comes to testing, there will always be benefits and the risks that come with it. When testing for the genes ACTN3 and ACE, benefits and risks are also present. Some benefits would be to have the knowledge of which traits you have and focus on the lacking areas. For example, if I was tested positive for the RR type of gene, which offers me power over endurance, I would work on improving my endurance to match the power I have. Likewise, if I was lacking the type of RR gene, I would work on improving my power to match the endurance that I have. Another benefit that comes with testing for these genes would be for sport coaches. The coaches for sport teams would be affected by the test results because for example, if a basketball coach would be wondering who to assign to the center position, he would check the results and see which players would contain the power gene over endurance. Likewise, if he is deciding who to assign to the position such as point guard, he would see who would contain the endurance gene over the power gene. But along with these benefits to taking the test, risks follow right behind them.
So the first ethical issue is inaccurate results. This means that if the results are wrong, the athlete could take steps based on the incorrect results that could harm their body physically or mentally. Another ethical issue is a lack of exploration. This is an effect of finding out the results, meaning that once a person has found their strong points and their weaknesses, they will not try to find ways to improve on their weaknesses due to their low self esteem and self confidence.
So the next topic we're going to talk about is government policies and lawsuits. As per the government, gene testing is legal and the government has no restrictions on it. However, gene doping is strictly prohibited by the World Anti-Doping Agency. So what is gene doping? Gene doping is inserting DNA to enhance athletic performance. This has a similar purpose as steroids. And as of now, there are no cases of athletes gene doping. There are no cases right now because no one has ever been tested for it. Uh, the Olympics the Olympics is going to start testing athletes for gene doping, and anyone found adding genes will be penalized the same way as using steroids. And Figure 8 shows a logo of the World Anti-Agency. Here are some of our references that we used.